My name's Cecilia Knapp. I'm 21. I'm a writer, spoken word poet. I also work at the Roundhouse doing youth engagement work, helping 11 to 25s realise their creative potential. I also work for a mental health charity called Knapp. My brother struggled really badly with depression and eventually ended up taking his own life. This was about 2 years ago. And then I started to, it kind of pricked my awareness of mental health. I don't think it's something that's really spoken about very candidly. It's kind of a very uncomfortable thing to talk about, especially suicide, I think. So I got involved in this charity called Calm, which stands for the Campaign Against Living Miserably, and their whole message is just to be really in your face about the fact that the statistics are that suicide is the biggest killer of young men in the UK. So that's bigger than road traffic accidents, that's bigger than you know, drug addiction or violent crimes or anything like that, and to me that's just profoundly troubling. I did a lot of writing. I did a lot of thinking, I did a lot of reading, I did a lot of talking to other people. I tried to confront everything face on. I tried not to hide what had happened to me or to make it uncomfortable or awkward in situations, because ultimately that kind of silence is the sort of stagnation that makes these things happen in the first place. You know, if you cannot be candid about it and talk about it, how are you going to help? How are you going to change? Obviously I grieved, and then I thought and wrote and created and looked at how I could channel that into trying to make some sort of difference, I guess. And thinking about how to be open and how to talk, and that linked in with my writing and my creativity. I've always massively believed that any form of creativity, be it scribbling on a post-it note and throwing it in the bin, or singing your heart out on top of a roof, or writing a poem or anything, whatever your creative practice is, it's undeniably conducive to good mental health. It's just good practice to be able to express yourself, even if you're going to chuck it in the bin, or even if you're going to, like me, stand up on a stage full of a few hundred people and tell them a sad story about my life. It's cathartic, it's important. I found my voice, basically. That's what it is. I found my voice. I wasn't trying to be like anybody else. I just wanted to say these things because I felt to. And fortunately enough for me, there's there are people that want to listen to these things, and there are people that are kind about it, and there are people that input and help you and give you platforms, and want to hear your words and want to hear your voice. So yeah, I found my voice. My 3 pieces of advice would be: create, write, paint, dance, do something creative, do something cathartic, express yourself in that way. I think it's really important. The second one would probably be just be kind to yourself. I think it's really, really easy to forget to give yourself a break sometimes, and I've been there so many times. So be kind to yourself. And the third one, it's difficult. I guess it's just talk. I think that's the greatest healer, is to communicate, and whether that's through your creativity or whether you're just talking. It's almost like creativity is like the gateway to communication. So talk, don't bottle anything up. It's so dangerous. Just speak and be candid and be you know, strong enough and brave enough to just say what's on your mind, rather than pretending everything's okay, because ultimately that doesn't lead to good places, I don't think.